Bring it up.
Yeah.
You can bring it up. All right, fellas. This background, we're talking in the background and everything, and we are live right now. Just so y'all know on Facebook. So I'm giving y'all a heads up.
Okay.
Don't know.
Mhm.
Don't worry about it. I can cut all this. When I put it together. All right, here we go. I'm about to get ready to start the intro, fellas.
All right.
All right, everybody. I want to welcome y'all all to Break 'em Up. My name is Roosevelt Burke, and I will be your host. I am excited about what we're about to get ready to talk about today. About to get ready to talk about this up and coming fight between Crawford and Spence. I have my co-host Fred Owens to my left, and then I have my brother Eric Burke to my right, and we're going to give y'all our insights and our analysis of this up and coming belt. So first, I want to go ahead and start with Eric Burke. Eric, who are you
So
going for in this fight between Crawford and Spence?
I'm going for Crawford
You're going
all
for
day.
Crawford.
Yes, sir.
Please explain to me why.
Why? Because he adjusts to fights. He fights southpaw, orthodox, and the fact that he adjusts. That's one thing I like about he adjusts. He's like a Mayweather, but Mayweather a lot better,
Uh
but
huh.
he adjusts.
Okay.
And I don't think Spence can adjust. All he does is use his power to come forward. I don't think he really adjusts. He uses a lot of body shots to warm people down. I understand that, but nah.
All right. All right. I got you. What about you, Fred? Since you looking for Spence to come
Oh
in
yeah.
here
Oh
and
yeah.
take the opportunity to win the belts, what do you think? Tell me why you think Spence is going to beat Crawford.
I think Spence is gonna beat Crawford because he's gonna impose his will. Crawford does adjust, but you gotta have time. You understand what I'm saying? If he
Mm,
wanna go lefty righty, Spence is on him. First 4 rounds with Crawford, he tries to adjust to whoever he's fighting. He don't have a chance. First round on, like Errol said, he's stepping. Can Crawford fight off the back foot? Can he match the punch output? He may have an opportunity to counter, but man, my whole thing about it is, can he stand the pressure? I don't think so.
okay.
I personally think Spence will stop him in the 10th round.
10th round. You calling the 10th
10th round
round?
TKO. 10th round
Okay.
TKO.
We got a call from Fred Owens that it's going to be a
Calling it.
KO in the 10th round. That's what I'm talking about. But I'm going to go and ask you a few questions based on what Eric has said. Eric says he's adjusting, right? And then he,
Yes.
he adjusts. And you don't believe that Spence, I mean, he's going to be able to adjust quick enough with Spence because he's going to be giving him a whole bunch of punch input. You know what I'm saying? Punch
70
output.
around. 70
He's going
plus
to be
punches around.
all right, yeah. So by the 10th round, Crawford is gonna be like, I can't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? I just gonna just give this up, just like that. I mean, it's possible just get knocked out. It is the way it is. Anybody get knocked out. This is boxing. Now I have to ask you this: if what you just said is turned all the way around? This say Spence is in trouble. This say Spence slipped, wasn't paying attention, and got hit by Crawford because he Spence, when he's in a situation, especially when he's being rattled, Spence has a way of how can I say this politely without making Spence like he's a bad boxer because he's not. He he tends to, when he's in a situation, he tends to like clench and like close his eyes, bro. His eyes are closed. So if I was a boxer and I'm recognizing why I'm clenching, his eyes closed, I'm gonna take the opportunity to hit him where he's not blocking or punching, whatever. The only when he's close, check it out. He goes like that. He closes his eyes. You can even see the wrinkles on the side of his eyes when he squint. You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's going to happen in this coming fight. But I can tell you, if anybody's watching this show live and got a phone call and call Crawford, like, "Hey man, go back and look, see if he's blinking or is his eyes closed."
Right.
You know, so that's the issue that I have. Like I said, when we talked previously, behind the camera, I was like, anything Crawford seemed to find a way to win. So again, I'm asking you, what is Spence going to do if he find himself in trouble?
If he finds himself in trouble, I think that's the problem. I haven't, in my opinion, I haven't seen Spence in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? I haven't seen him in trouble.
Exactly.
But what I feel like is, and maybe it's a strong opinion, I don't think it's going to get to that. I
Okay.
think when you got a guy that outputs 25 punches a round, at least the first 4 rounds, versus a guy from round 1 to round
Mm-hmm.
12, he's averaging 70.
Yeah.
It's going to be really hard. Can Crawford change his game up and try to get a counter in there? Try to raise that
Yes.
punch output. That switching is not going to work. If he switches, Errol's going to jump on him. It doesn't matter. So what is he going? What does he do? Can he fight off his back foot the whole time? I don't
Yes.
think so. I don't
Yeah.
think he can. I don't think
Well,
he
he
can. I think Spence, no matter who Spence faces, first of all, he's a huge 147,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be hard to keep him off of him
okay.
regardless. Crawford's going to
That's
have to get
fine.
his respect early. Crawford has to get his respect early if he has an opportunity. He's going to have to catch him early with something good, and I don't
Okay.
think
Give him
anybody can
respect.
do that to
You hear
Spence.
that?
I don't
You
think
hear
at
that? You
54
hear
it's
that,
happening.
Eric? Do you hear that, Eric? So
Vince
pretty
gonna
much
give
what
him.
he's
Vince
saying.
give him
Hold on,
respect.
hold on, real quick. Well, pretty much what he's saying. He said Spence ain't gonna get in trouble.
I don't think so.
Go ahead, bro.
You now you're a Manny Pacquiao fan, right? So
That's,
yeah.
don't bring up my boy.
Hey, the point is that a three-time world champion, 135, 140, 147. He destroyed those divisions, right? So this man coming to 147, manhandling people. He fought more world champions than Earl Spence had,
Yeah,
and
you're
he
right. You're
like I said,
right.
he's going to
You're right.
just.
But level of champion, in my opinion, is not there. Not there. You stepping up.
I think,
There was never an Errol Spence at
but
35 or 40.
he was never in trouble when he went to 147.
He look who he fought. I mean, with Spence with the same guys, would he have ever seen trouble? I don't think
Oh,
so.
but he
Now
always
you
go to our rounds. He don't never stop
right
nobody. He goes to our rounds.
because he's fighting top fighters. When you fight A-level championship fighters, you don't see
He
knockouts
stopped.
like that. When you fight Joe Horn, when you fight guys like Mean Machine, who isn't terrible, Avanesian, who I'm not a fan of, you're going to stop those guys. At 36, you're stepping
Okay,
up to
so
an A
Sean
plus
Porter
fighter.
too,
That's
right?
hard.
Sean
That's
Porter too,
hard.
right?
Sean Porter he announced that he possibly retire after that fight. That question and all the
So
way into the
you,
10th round, all the way to the tenth
you,
round, it was a
you
competitive fight.
I don't think it
Competitive.
was.
Yeah,
I
it
don't think it
Yeah,
was.
was. It definitely was.
it was a competitive fight. I have to get in here because you're right. I mean, that was a competitive fight. The thing I saw was in that competitive fight, a father jumping in for his son.
Yeah.
It's getting
That's
butt
what I
whooped.
saw in that fight. That's the main equation because he didn't want to see his son get beat up anymore. According to
Hmm.
the father, he saw that
Right.
his son was in trouble, and he knew this was supposed to be his last fight. And he's not wanting his son to go out. This could be it. Where I hate to say it, something wrong goes wrong. You feel me?
Right.
That'd be a waste of idea in retirement. So all those politics and stuff like that is involved in a fight like that. It was a tough fight. I believe I'm with you there. I also saw Porter not he was pushing himself in that fight, I believe, and he knew that was his last fight. And that was the thing he was thinking. And when he got in those rounds with Crawford, Crawford didn't go in there and make it look pretty. If that make any sense, you know what I'm saying? It was a fight. It was a good match. So leaning back to Crawford, like I said, he always finding a way to win, and that's the thing that gets me. That's like the universe spinning and sucking up this energy, saying, that's how I measure boxers is the momentum and how I'm feeling, not numbers, punch stats. Because sometimes I've called fights because of what I see in a boxer and what I this superstar versus this superstar. I'm not mentioning no names. It comes up short because he wasn't ready. Well, I might as well mention the name. This just goes back, and y'all probably like this boxer. I remember back in the day when Mike Tyson was supposed to be fighting
But Douglas.
Buster Douglas, and everybody was on that tip, this, and that. I said Buster Douglas is gonna win. Why? Because the universe is spinning in me. He's hurting right now. His mom just passed away. You know what I mean? There's an energy, there's a circulation that's going there. And Tyson, watching the little clips that you seen leading to the fight, Tyson was doing more smiling in front of the camera, I'm guessing, in training. It was just a whole different element there. And I said, Buster Douglas, oh, you crazy. And I thought I was crazy too, but I said something about his mom passing. He's going to win the fight. It's just little stuff like that I absorb when I look at a boxing match. I just wanted to step in there and bring that up when we talk about Crawford, in the last fight when your boy retired. So it's a numbers game. Eric, I got to ask you the question. What is Crawford going to do if he gets in trouble?
we he been in trouble a couple times, and he came back strong. You know what I mean? So he know how to get out of trouble. He been in trouble before. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Spence have not been in trouble much trouble. And the fact that do he know how to recover from being in trouble? I don't think Spence do. Crawford does because
Yeah.
he had.
Okay. All right. So we're going to return back to this conversation. All right. So we know how we feel and what sides we are on. I just got to read off this list, and I want you to tell me who you think's going to win this fight and why. Let's start with let's go straight to Isaac Cruz. Why not? Versus Giovanni Cabero. Eric, who you think going to win the fight?
I think Isaac Cruz by the speed he can move. He can move. I don't think Giovanni really can do much, but I go with Cruz though.
All right. Fred, same question for you. Who you think's going to win between Isaac Cruz versus Giovanni Cabero?
I gotta agree with Eric. I think Pitbull is just that. He's a pit bull. Cabrera, I mean, he can put some combination together, but I think he has some flaws that is going to hurt him dearly. I think this fight maybe goes 5, 6 rounds at most. He's gonna. I think we're gonna see a big right hook, or we're gonna see an uppercut, and it's gonna end. Cabrera drops his hands. Cabrera seems sloppy. He punches wide. Perfect for Pitbull Cruz. So yeah, I think we're gonna see a Cruz knockout, maybe 5, 6 rounds. That's it.
Okay. All right.
I'm
That
throwing
sounds
around on
good.
that one.
All right. All right. That sounds good, man. So Eric? No, man, that's Fred. Who you think's going to win between Nonito Donaire and Alexandro Santiago?
Man. So I mean, Santiago seems like a hungry fighter. He seems like a strong fighter. But I know Nonito's about my age. I feel like I'm going with Nonito on this one, though. He still got something in the basement, like Rocky said. He still got something in the basement. I'm going to go Nonito by decision.
Eric, what about you? Same question.
Santiago,
And
I
why?
go with Santiago. He find an older fighter, and I know he's hungry. It's vacant. It's vacant. This is a vacant WBC. You know what I mean? He's hungry. He gonna take it.
Yeah, he's hungry.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
How you feel about
And
the fight between him and the what they call him, the Inferno, the Tyrant Inferno?
Fondora,
Yes, sir.
man.
Some of the Tuesday night fight.
No, 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 no. Um, I like Fondora, man. It's hard to fight anybody to fight Fondora is at a disadvantage, man. This guy is huge for that
Right.
division. I don't know if we ever seen somebody that big for that division. He makes it hard on anybody, man. It's hard to get in there. He actually controls his distance for his height, so he can jab you from 10 feet away. It feels like, I kind of, I don't know. Fondora's tough, man. You
Okay.
you speak,
I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna get
yeah.
back to why I brought him up. Okay. All right. So we
I
we
know
go. We,
exactly why too, but it's
okay. All right. So you believe Santiago. All right. What about Sergio Garcia versus Yuanis Tellez? Who you going for, Eric?
I don't know on that one. I don't know. I mean, the Asian dude. I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I can't answer that question right there.
All right.
So I
All
ca-
right.
I
That's
call it a
understandable.
draw
That's
right now
cool.
with that.
A draw. All right. A draw. What about you, Fred?
I'll go with Santiago. I think I'll go with Santiago on this.
Okay. All right.
I
So
think I think we go to the cards. I think I'm sorry, Sergio, not Santiago. I think we go to the cards. I think you were speaking on that Sergio, because he fought Fondora, right?
exactly.
And
Yeah.
Fondora, it was a good fight. Sergio he got in there, but he really didn't have anything to give Fondora because of that height advantage and that reach advantage. So Fondora took the fight, but I mean he gave it a good effort. I will say that. I will say he gave a good effort, but and that's why I'm picking him because Fondora's got to be the hardest guy to fight in that division, and he gave it an effort. He didn't get stopped like we've seen some others. He stayed in there, and I liked what I saw. That's what I'm gonna ride with. I'm gonna ride with him by win by decision. I don't think there's gonna be a knockout.
All right. That's what's up. All right. So me, when it comes to who I believe is going to win between Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, I'm leaning towards Errol Spence only for one reason only, is because he is going to be, I think, the most aggressive in this fight. He's going to be the
Absolutely.
most aggressive in this fight. Saying that, that could be his downfall. So, but if Spence don't get caught slipping, which is going to be hard to do against Crawford, Spence will win this fight. Spence get in trouble, my money, my chips is all gone. I don't lost the battle. If he gets in trouble because I don't know his recovery time, I don't know his recovery effort, and I don't know how he gonna recover if he gets dazed. I mean, like seriously dazed, like he's not familiar in familiar territory. You know what I mean?
Right.
Crawford can drown him from that point on. And keep taking him down, keep taking him down, and keep taking him down as long as Spence don't find a way to recover. So, but I'm still gonna go with Spence. My needle is linked towards Spence for that particular reason. All right. And who I think is going to be way between Isaac Cruz and Giovanni, man, Isaac Cruz, he's going to move forward. He's going to keep bobbing and weaving. He's going to keep his guards up, and he's a tough monster, man. He's a tough fighter. Only thing I know that Giovanni's going to do is throw a lot of punches. He's going to be very active. He's going to be very active. His problem is going to be not getting hit. The moment he starts getting hit by Pitbull, Giovanni is going to find himself in a world of pain because once Pitbull starts, he tastes blood. You know what? He starts coming in. He'll keep coming. He'll keep coming.
Yeah.
He's one of those boxers from his culture who just moves forward and want to fight. They're not there to dance around. And he ain't there to be pretty. He's there to look good, beating you down with the gloves. All right, now who I think it's gonna win between Nonito, Daenerys, and Alexander. I'm gonna have to go with Alexander, man. I'm gonna have to go with him because the reason why is back to the age thing, and I seen the last fight that he lost and how he lost. You
It wasn't
know,
good.
huh?
It wasn't good.
No, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. His age was starting to show, and these young boxers, like Eric said, he's hungry. So I'm gonna have to. My needle goes flatline straight to my man Santiago. Now between Sergio Garcia and Jonas, um, I'm with y'all, man. That's one's going to be one that is not going to be pretty. But
Right.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna lean my needle a little to Jonas. This a claim of boxing for my percentage. Because by the way, all y'all who's listening, we gonna have our own record too. You know what I'm saying? All of us is 0-0 and break them up. You know what I mean? So whoever names the right
Yeah, I'm gonna
fighters
win
and
this.
gets it, we get a win. And if you know what I'm saying, we don't name the right fighters, we get a loss.
Okay,
So
Right.
right.
Love
you
it.
know what I mean? So that's how it is. So our records will be shown on screen the next time we have a discussion. You know what?
Right.
All
Matter of
right.
fact, since this is live, you know, we can do what we want to do when we want to do it. I'm going to do this. Hold on, everybody. Give us a little break for. There you go.
Me and Mr. Burke, we got a side unification coming up between Spence and Crawford. We're tied all the way back to Manny Pacquiao and Floyd. So
Mm-hmm.
somebody coming away unified picking champion here. I think it's going to be me.
All right, all right, all right. You see, we got trash talk already.
Oh
We got
yeah,
trash talk already.
I wake Eric up with the drama. He know. Good morning, Errol Spence.
Nah,
Eric, what you gonna
ain't gonna
say about
happen.
that, man? What you gonna say about
Man,
that?
hey, my boy like to talk shit. I don't talk a lot of shit.
That's all I do. That's all I
I'm just
do.
saying that Crawford. Crawford is gonna beat his ass. That's all I gotta say.
By this time next week, we're gonna be smoking on bud, like you said.
That's it. Oh my god.
Man, you know, it's crazy because yeah, but since we coming back to this, you know, what I'm saying back to the Spencer Crawford. It's just we all so excited about it, I guess it just came back up, right? But Fred, I heard somebody say that his name was Spence. Go to the cards, man. You know what I'm saying? Go to the cards. When I heard that, man, I laughed. I laughed hard, man. I can't get it out of my mind.
Right.
What do you think about that, though, man?
When you like I said, you go to the cars when you fighting championship level fighters. You knock out the Avanesians. You
Yeah,
knock out the meme machines. You
yeah.
knock out little brothers of people who are being ducked by Canelo. That's what you do.
Uh-huh.
So you knock these guys out. Do you think he knocks out Garcia? Danny Garcia never been down. Do you think Terrence Crawford knocks him out? No, he does not.
Oh yeah, he
Does he
probably
knock out
stop
Ugas?
everybody
No.
else.
Ugas almost got beaten to a coma and didn't hit the ground. You understand what I'm saying? Crawford has Bob Arum have done this for him, and we all know that Bob Arum gave him a perfect path not to have his top fighter get beat early, and that's going to be at his detriment. At 36, this is a step up to me, 2 levels above what he's ever seen. He is not.
I don't believe
You can't talk about the fight with Kell Brook. Kell Brook was not Kell Brook. Kell Brook fought one more
See, him
time after he
saying,
fought Crawford and retired. Porter retired after Crawford. As a boxer, if I was a professional going into my last fight, I'm gonna make it out the fight and cash that last big check. When Spence fought those guys, real belts were on the line. They wasn't done with their careers. It's a different motivation. When Spence woke up out that coma, they said the first thing he said, "I want Bud." Bud said, "I'm taking this fight because my kids keep bugging me to fight them." There's different
no, that's
motivation
not
there.
true. That's not
I
true.
believe that. He don't
Okay,
want that
it
That
fight.
is
He
is.
should
not
have
It
fought
true.
him
is
last
true.
year.
It is
He
true.
should
That
he
It
was
should
is
have fought
not
him
true.
true.
last
They
February.
asked no. They asked him like, "You gonna fight?" He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna fight him." But he did not. Their kids did not bug him. Did not
That
bug him at
you
all.
got to
But
watch the
they
series, the
put
Showtime series.
they trying to
My
twist
kids
they
keep
trying to twist
saying
it
when
around.
he said when his son said when you gonna fight that Spencer guy. That's what
Yeah, he
that is.
asked him. Yeah, he just asked him. He
I
asked
feel
him
like
one time.
Crawford, and I'm gonna bring up somebody. Crawford he has to fight this fight for his legacy. He could not fight Spence, and Spence could not fight Crawford. You understand what
Right.
I'm saying? But Crawford's goal is to get this fight out the way and get out the way. Errol Spence is getting out the way for we know who, Jerron Ennis. So this fight here, if they rematch, I guarantee it'll be at 54. Yeah, hey, we don't have to get
You
on my
mentioned
boy Ennis
Ennis.
yet, but
You mentioned
they're
Ennis.
getting out the way. And I love Spence, but they're getting out the way.
Okay. All right, Eric, man, what is true? You telling me that what Fred was saying, man, is not true. What's not true?
Oh no, I'm not saying not true about the kids. That's what I'm saying not true.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
what I mean, that's
Dad,
all it was.
please fight this guy. He calling you out.
He
He
didn't.
he he,
He
he
did not go
talking
that
about
way.
you, Dad.
He did not go that
Please,
way.
Dad.
You know what I mean?
For,
Crawford wanted
for
him
our
from the
family
get go.
name.
Crawford wanted him from the get. That's why he left the top ranks to fight
Right,
him.
right. But he actually fought Avanesian also when he supposed should have fought Spence. There was no reason to fight Avanesian. The same guy who Mean Machine
Oh,
knocked
the
out.
reason because the pay wasn't right at the time.
Hey,
Pay wasn't right.
hey. For
That's why he
legacy,
went somewhere else.
to me, for legacy, which men who are not having trouble paying their bills, if it's about legacy, I don't think money should be first. Errol gave him everything he asked for just to make the fight. Crawford even wanted a coin flip just to see who come out first. He gave him everything he wanted to make this fight. There's different motivation there. He wants to
But 60,
unify and get out of there, and that's what
but
he's been doing.
64 is 730. I want to take the fight because you make
If,
my
if it meant if
I'm
it
a
meant
B
people
fighter.
saying I'm the greatest ever, I definitely take that fight. I take it. Just like Devin Haney had to go to Australia twice to prove he wanted it. He took it. If you want it, you already got money. Money ain't a motivation. He'll be fine. This ain't his last fight. He'll be
Right,
fine. He should have made that fight a
right.
year ago, and he didn't want it, and it's a reason. You'll see
Okay.
next Saturday. You'll see the reason. Errol's a bad boy, man. He's a bad boy.
Yeah. Spence a bad boy too. I'm not Spence Earl.
That's what I
Crawford.
just said.
I'm Crawford, man. You got me all. You know I am.
You know how
Crawford.
we do. I
Crawford.
call Eric for no reason, just to start some shit. No reason.
Uh-huh. You're hungry.
Yeah. And Crawford, he's a bad boy too.
All right.
He
Just
is.
point blank.
I don't want people to think I'm taking away from Crawford's accolades, whatever he's accomplished. I think he's a great fighter, but sometimes there's somebody that's just greater, and I think Spence is greater.
I don't think Spence is greater.
Smoking on
I
some
don't
bud
see it.
next Sunday.
Guess, listen. So since you mentioned Ennis, man, you might as well go ahead and talk about him.
Yes, sir.
What you think about Ennis? Give me your
I think
honest
Jerron
opinion.
Ennis is a smaller version of Roy Jones Jr. The closest thing we've gotten to see to it. He's still learning the game, but I tell you what, guys are moving out the way for a reason. They know. There's nobody at 47 that would beat Ennis, not nonetheless actually give him a competitive fight. I don't think at this point. I don't think Keith Thurman would. I think he stopped Keith Thurman, which is not easy to do. Manny couldn't stop him, So I just think this is we're looking at some greats. We're in an era of some greats that people who are not watching boxing. We're in the era of greats right now. And there's
Yeah.
some great guys coming up, and I think Jerron Ennis is one of those guys. And I think
Well,
2 or 3 years from now, he'll be number one pound for pound fighter in the world, right in front of Shakur Stevenson.
yes, Corey Stevens.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course, Steve. I think them both like 1-on-1.
You you
Shakur
you right.
Stevens and
You're right.
Ennis. I think
1 and 1A.
I think
You're
one.
right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
All right, Eric. What about the Ghost?
The Ghost,
Yes, sir.
the Southpaw. Hmm. I don't know. You asked me too fast. You go talk to Fred about that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you gather your thoughts, Fred. What you think about the Ghost?
I don't know, man. I think when you deal with southpaws, man, I think southpaws in general is a hard fighter to deal with, man. I
It
think the
is.
Ghost is good fighter. Anybody that's southpaw, man, you watch out for.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about on this day. Again, I appreciate y'all showing up for this meet. Y'all gonna be hearing from us again shortly before the fight. And just remember, just break them up.
Ghost.
All right, man. We still live, but I'm breaking it all up in.
Right on, right on.
All right.